Okay guys, we're going to be looking at Hlookup. Alright, now in the previous video we had a VLOOKUP, vertical lookup, alright, where we looked up a value in a column and then we returned a corresponding value in another column, okay? That's what we did in a VLOOKUP. Hlookup is kind of just the reverse of that, or the opposite of that, where we are doing things horizontally, okay? So it will be, for example, look up a value in a row. You with me? And then find the corresponding value in another row. Right? I'm going to demonstrate that to you now. Have a look. So here we have sales reps, okay? And every single representative has their own ID code, like they're creatures of some sort. Their own ID code. Sorry guys, I know you're human. AW20 CF19 for it. Okay, so these are just codes that they have, and I want to know for each person, when I change the month here, if I just select March for example, or April, my birthday month, send presents, and you can see that I want to know in this cell, what did AW20, that person, make in April, their sales. What are their sales total? So this is a very good tool for those of you in business. So let's see, how would I do that? I'm going to use Hlookup to do this, so watch carefully. So I go equals and I go Hlookup. Okay, right, what am I looking up? So what am I looking for? I'm looking for the month of January. That's what I'm actually looking for, because I'm going across, remember? I'm looking for the month of January. Great. And I need to then say, what is my table array? So where am I looking? Okay, so my whole table where everything is located is here. All right, so from A2 all the way to M8. A2 to M8, mate. And I've got, that was terrible, I'm sorry. So we've got this whole range here. Okay, I'm going to make it absolute. Remember that keyboard shortcut? The F4 key, okay? So there's my table array, great. So when I find January, now I'm going to go down to a row. And which row do I want to go to? Well, in this situation, AW20, I can see is row number 2. Now don't look at the numbers of the rows, okay? This is like if you look up, it's the column index, row index, 1, 2. It's the second row of this table array, the second row. Right, so my row index number is 2 and my range lookup is false. There it is there. The only thing I forgot to do was make the lookup value absolute as well. I almost forgot that, because I'm always going to be looking up that cell, and if I drag this down, it's going to cause all kinds of trouble. So there we go. So let's quickly recap. I'm looking up C10, which is the month. Where am I looking? My table array, there is where I'm looking. I'm looking at all of this data. So it's going to go across. When it finds January, where's it going to go after that? Found January, it's going to go down to the second row, and it's a false range lookup. So let's have a look and see. Oh, that is fantastico. 610 Rand in January. Let's test this and see if it works. So if February should be 1526. So I'm going to change this to February. I just use dates of validation for a drop down, then I don't have to type all the time. Okay, so you guys can do that too. So if I go to March 2578, cool. And now the final test. Will this work if I drag this down for the others? Okay, here we go. I'm going to click and drag down. And they're all 610 Rand, which is not true, because you can see that they made different amounts of money each month. Every single representative here. So what happened? Well, let's have a look. The first one was the row index number was number 2, but of course now if I drag this down, that 2 did not change. So for CF19, that salesperson, it's still looking in row number 2. It should be looking in row number 3, because that's the next row in the table array. So row 3, now that's looking better. But now you see, I've got to go through each one of these and manually change this. This is insane. So now, what does that mean? Oh, I think that's supposed to be 6, eh? What does that mean? That means that we can't do this if we've got like 10, 15, 20 people. Okay, that's insane. So we need a better way of discovering the row, right? This row index number. And that's the next thing I'm going to show you, using a function within a function called match. But for now, just have a look. Maybe just do this exercise and this part first. Get your Hlookup working, and then I'm going to show you how we can use the row index number and find that automatically.